It's going to ping all those relevant newsletters, Slack groups, Discord that, again, are tech focused, are marketing focused, are local, to really make sure that your job is matching with the different communities. The other way we're using AI is actually for our community partners to make sure that the jobs are really relevant for their audiences, that we're
Mm,
actually adding
mm,
value to these spaces. The reason a lot of employers love to work with us is because we have these relationships with this hidden job market communities. And the reason a lot of communities like working with us is we add real value. A lot of times
mm.
jobs are a currency shared. They don't like a lot of vendors in there, but they like that we are actually providing relevant curated roles for communities. And so we're using the AI over time to get smarter on based on, going back to marketing, let's say we had one marketing community that we're seeing a lot of more tech marketing roles and another
Mm.
marketing community that we're getting a lot of click and apply data on more CPG marketing roles. They're going to start having very different jobs shared to their network that are really hyper relevant to that community.
You in the white paper you talk about community powered hiring being this sort of sharp departure from traditional methods. From an employer perspective, is there what do they need to change about their thinking or their processes to make this work for them, or is it just kind of seamless as using a use I say seamless, but or is it like using a job board or something like that?
I think really, what why a lot of employers really like working with us is it is about getting their open requisites in front of targeted talent pools, but it's also an employer branding play where most candidates are thinking about employers, reputation before they even consider applying to those roles. And so, we worked with a customer who was a large food and beverage distributor, and they came to us saying, we're really wanting to hire IT professionals in Seattle. How are we competing with Microsoft and Amazon, right? People don't necessarily think of us top of mind if they want to build their IT career. And so what was great about partnering with us is not only were we getting their jobs out there, but we were elevating their brand in front of IT professionals in the publications they read, in the discords and slacks they're networking in. There was an employer brand in play that also came into it, that they trust these communities. They trust the deal flow, if you will, of jobs going through there. And so we're seeing a lot of benefits, not just for kind of, I need to get a butt in the seat right now, but also let's elevate your brand. Let's attract candidates long term, not just for that role, but for others down the line. And so I think, again, what we always say, it's not just about posting, but it's really about positioning, right? Of getting in front of this hyper targeted group in that trusted, authentic way.
And to pick up on that trust and authenticity,
Yeah.
because one of the issues that I've seen with this kind of approach in the past is that putting jobs into these communities can be seen as spam if we're talking about
Mhm.
highly desirable talent who are bombarded with messages from everywhere. The community might be a refuge for away from recruiters. I mean, how do you square that all off? How do you sort of build that trust and credibility within those spaces that you're working with, and how do you choose them?
Yeah, it's a great question.